Good morning, everyone. Well, the dollar had a really miserable week last week. It fell against all of its G10 counterparts and most emerging market currencies as well. Sterling was the biggest winner, gaining after the Bank of England revamped its forward guidance. It's noticeable that a new Fed chair explaining her approach didn't have the same effect on the dollar, even though she proved less dovish than expected. U.S. 10-year bond yields are now some 7 basis points higher than they were at the close on Monday, before Ms. Yellen's presentation last Tuesday, and the implied rates on Fed funds futures are 6 to 8 basis higher. Yet, the dollar is lower across the board. That may be because although rates have come back from their lows, they're still fairly low, and so the dollar is lower than it was when the rates were higher. We can't expect a sustained dollar rally, I think, until the U.S. rate expectations really start to rise again. And we can't expect that to happen until the data starts to improve, maybe after the winter storms end. Now, taking into account the loss of some interest rate support, the weakness in the dollar is no surprise. What is notable, if anything, is the weakness in the euro, which has underperformed the yen and sterling during this time. That's probably because of the divergence in monetary policy. The debate in Europe isn't at all when the ECB can start normalizing rates. Rather, it's whether the ECB will have to loosen further. In that respect, the stability of euro-dollar and the narrow trading range is notable. What's even more worth noting is the recovery of most of the emerging market currencies. Several EM currencies were up 1% or more last week. However, personally, I doubt if the rally can continue for long. While the beginning of the Fed's tapering was the catalyst for the EM currencies' decline, the underlying reason is the domestic weakness and the imbalances in many of the emerging market countries. This won't be solved by what happens in the US or even China. Now, for today, we've got only one release and one speaker during the European day. Italy's current account balance is due out with no forecast available. ECB Governing Council member Mr. Nowotny is giving a lecture in London. The rest of the week, though, is much busier. The highlights are a Bank of Japan Policy Board meeting on Tuesday and PMI Day on Thursday. For more information, including technical analysis, please read the full comment on IronFX.com. You can also follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or circle us on Google+ to get more trading ideas. This is Marshall Gittler, Head of Global FX Strategy at IronFX, wishing you solid trading.